Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Journey. Today we're going to go over what I purchased a while back, but really haven't gotten to it yet. But what I wanted to do, this is a Grizzly G4003 lathe. This thing is a beast, and the reason why I got it, this one specifically, is I had one of the small ones, the ones that you get at the Harbor Freight store, and while it was useful, it really wasn't great because you were limited in what you could do. So learning from that, I went out and I thought, all right, what can I get? I want to get something that's as big as possible, but at the same time still be able to use the 200 single phase or 220 single phase voltage that I've got here. So this was one that I purchased. It was used, of course, but it seems to be, while it's old, everything seems to be intact and really well maintained. The guy that I bought it from, he really didn't use it a lot. He was more into woodworking, but he got this for a specific purpose, and he made something that was really awesome, and then really didn't use it much after that. So he got to the point where he said he wanted to continue on with his woodworking. Granted, he wanted to do it, not as much because he's older now, but he said he really wanted to get rid of the metalworking stuff that he had, and this is one of the things. So as far as I know, it came with everything that this normally would have come with, and then a lot of other things. So I'll actually share that with you guys after I go over it all, so that you can tell me whether or not you think I got a good deal or not. This is not bragging. This is not in any way whatsoever saying that I've got lots of money or anything like that. This is just so that you could see it. Maybe people out there that know more about them can just let me know overall, because the tooling on these things, while these are expensive, the tooling on them can be what really breaks the bank. And I got a lot of things with this, so let me go over this real quick just so you can see it, and we'll go from there. As you can see, this is the Grizzly G4003 lathe, and this thing's got everything that pretty much came with it. The right there underneath the 3-jaw chuck is my follow rest, and then over on the other side of the tool post is the steady rest. This guy's actually put in a DRO. You can see it there in the background. The only problem with this DRO that I've seen so far is the way that it's installed. He installed it to where whenever you go, and I'm not familiar with the directions, but the to and from movements on the tool post there, those are just fine. That's working just fine. I believe that is the Y. Well, let me show you. That is the Y, and that is fine. The only problem is that whenever you go in the X direction, it is not tied into this. At least for the, it's not tied into that one. It is tied into the major movements right here. So you can get what you need. I guess basically you'd have to go in as far as you need to, and then set your 0 here, and then go the rest of the way manually without using the DRO. But it does work, and I could modify it later. So he actually gave me you can see right underneath the chuck, there is a piece of wood there that he's made specifically to protect the ways. Got a wooden chip tray on the right that you could put under there, just directly under where you're working, and that right there would catch anything, keep it from going into down through the ways. He also gave me the pans underneath, which catch anything that falls through, and then he gave me the lamp that you see there, and what he installed, the Lexan or plexiglass cover there that will fold down and cover up your work and keep the chips from going out towards you. I'm not sure if I'll use that yet. May take it off, but it's there if I want to use it. So you can see right down below the he's also made a drawbar that can go down through, so you can draw in whatever you're putting into the chuck that would use it anyway. And then you can see there to the left, it gave me something to clean out the, I believe that's for the Morse tapers. And it's just a little silicone thing or rubber thing that you twist in there to keep that clean. So those are the things you can see here, minus at the very bottom you can see the manuals and that he gave me along with it. And so that's what we got here. Let me show you everything else I've got though. Alright, so here's the treasure trove of stuff that came with this thing. As you can see, he gave me lots of different drills. I don't think there's a complete set here. Maybe. There's one missing in this one. And these are just the fractional drill bits. I've already got at work the numbered drill bits and all the letter drill bits. So I should be fine. Plus I've got right here several other longer drill bits, plus some extra chuck jaws. I believe they go in this 3-jaw chuck right here, which could, I believe it could either be drawn into the chuck if you want to just use a small chuck. It could be drawn into the head. And possibly, I'm not sure whether or not it could or not, but I think he said that this could also go in the tailstock. You can see here, I've got myself a collet chuck, and if you see over here, I've got almost all the collets that would fit in this thing, so we should be fine on that. Quick change tool post holders. I've got, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Of course, one of them is for the knurling. It's got a knurling tool on it, and that's all it's for. And then I got 2 of them, these 2 here, for the boring bars. So that's fine. I've got this magnetic base. Well, I forgot what you call it. But you guys know what it is. I believe this is, what brand is this? International. And it seems to be just fine. It's better than the one I've got already, which is the Noga arm. Well, possibly could be better because you can set this and it's a little more rigid, I think. I think anyway. Let's see what else we got. We got a whole kit here. This has got a lot of different tips on it and everything else for a live center. And then I've also got well, this is for milling, because you could put a mill, you could put one of the milling, what do you call it? Milling bit holders. You can put the milling bit in there, and then way over here, if you could see it, I've actually got something that he, I believe, is handmade, but you could actually put it up onto the tool post, the quick change tool post, and use it to mill things on the lathe. You also have this here, which could give you, you could cut out bore or radiuses. So you just mount this up in the tool post and go ahead and do radiuses. Underneath it here, if I don't drop it, is, and I'm not sure how that works, or but it's for judging your RPMs. So it'll actually read the RPMs. He said that his son kind of made that, or I think it was a kit that he kind of put it together. Of course, I've got all the T-handles for all these chucks. On the lathe itself was the 3-jaw chuck. This is a 4-jaw chuck, rather big 3 and 4-jaw chucks. Got all the change gears, got a dead center, got Morse taper to Jacob's chuck or adapter, and all the Morse taper adapters here. Let's see, I got 2 boring bars right here, rather long boring bars, and then we got another taper adapter, Morse taper adapter right here, so that you can go up in size. And then what was it over here? I've got the Oh, here we go. This here is so that you can put one of the Morse taper or Morse bits of whatever sort, and you can actually chuck it up in your jaws. So if you needed to put something in that way, you could. So I got some extra jaws here. I think those are for the 4-jaw. And got some lathe dogs. Got a Jacob style chuck there. Got several different, another live center right here. A keyed Jacob's chuck here. Got a keyless one and another keyless one, and I believe these go up to 3/4, 0 to 3/4. We got several other boring bars here. Of course, a lot of these are not name brand, but they probably will work just fine. Then I've got all kinds of tooling right here. A lot of this is high-speed steel, and then I've got a lot of stuff here that's got carbide. I've got a lot of tool posts that have the you can actually put the carbide the carbide inserts into, and then I got a whole bag full of inserts here. A miniature oiler, a small oiler if you want to put some oil in there. I've got chucks. I've got let's see if I can dig this out. I've got some tool posts where you can do some inside boring. Pretty much just about anything you can need. Of course, we got 60-degree points and things here for the. Looks like this one's carbide that you can use for the doing the threading. Let's see what else. Got a no-name Chinese. Says digital micrometer, but it actually is just the numbers on it move. So I don't know how you exactly call it digital, but I've got it. Let's see what else is here. And let's see, the change gears I said. I think I've pretty much covered everything that I got here. Of course, the giant faceplate right here. And I think that's it. There's a lot of little things here that I'd have to actually pull out to show you, but I think that's the gist of it. And so that you can get an idea of what I got and whether or not you think that this price and what I paid for it, you could buy a new one for around 4,000 or so. And let me get down here so you can see me now. So you can get a new one for about 4,000 or so, and it comes with the basics. It comes with, I think, a 3- and 4-jaw chuck. It comes with it really doesn't come with much more. I mean, it does and it doesn't. But as you can see, I got all this stuff right here, minus a few of the things that do come with it. And I don't think I mentioned this, but I got some scissor knurling tools here. But all these things right here, and I paid, he had it listed for 3,000. Because he was so far away, and he said he had other offers and everything else, and they were going to come look at it, I asked him what it would take for me to actually buy this thing from him that day. And he really didn't want to raise the price any, at least on his own, so I just told him straight up, how about if I offer you an extra $500, and that way you can guarantee you've got a buyer, and you can go ahead and take it off the market. And he said, if you're going to pay that much more for it, it's yours. So I got all of this, everything that you saw, for $3,500. I do believe it's a good deal overall. You might be able to find better deals out there, but I think for the most part there's a chance I could probably, even if I wanted to, which I'm not, could just pack everything up right now and sell it and probably make more money on it if I really wanted to. So just let me know. This is, like I said, this is not me showing off or anything like that. This is just me showing everything I got, so that you guys know for future reference or for future videos and stuff like that, what all I've got to work with. And you can even let me know what a lot of this stuff, whether or not I'm using it wrong, whether or not I could use something else instead, which I may or may not have and just not know that I have it. But you now know everything I got for this thing, and you can follow along with me as I do lots and lots of projects, hopefully. So like I said, not showing off. I just want to let you guys see it and let you help judge whether or not you think I got a good deal on this or not. And so if you like the video, I know it's a bit long and I know it's a bit boring because this is not your stuff. If it was your stuff, I'm sure you'd be thrilled just like I am. But if you want to know anything more about any of the stuff you see here, let me know. Leave it in the comments. I'll try my best to answer anything I can. I'm new to this. I do know generally what everything here does and all that, but I have never really used a lathe other than the cheap little Harbor Freight one that I had for anything. So I'm just like you guys, or a lot of people anyway, and I'm going on YouTube and I'm learning as I go. This is a great source for information for everybody, and I'm trying to take advantage of it. So hopefully I can make a lot of things. If you got any ideas of what I could use extra, or what maybe tools I might need to buy here in the near future to help use all these, let me know that too. And just in general, got any questions, you have any comments or anything like that, just send them my way. I love to read them, I love to answer them, and as long as it's all kept clean and in good nature, yeah, I love to see it. So I appreciate you guys watching, if you made it this far, and I hope to see you next time when we actually use this thing. So y'all take care.